sweet old auntie. Everybody needs.
With a whoop whoop and a boop boop.
Auntie that
You can't make this up.
Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
everybody needs. Sweet old auntie.
So why even try?
Aunties and lies. Sweet old auntie. Aunties and lies. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Can y'all hear me now? So have I been talking all this time with no sound? Oh my goodness, y'all. Hello? Thank you all so much for your patience. I don't know why I went on mute, but if it goes on mute again, we're going to have to end this and do it all over again. So, okay, let me start. Y'all can hear me now? Okay, sorry, y'all. I am so sorry. Okay, so what I was saying was welcome to all of the viewers of Auntie's Advice. And if this is your first time being here, go ahead on and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button and joining this family. To all of my, can y'all hear me now? To all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. I also wanted to acknowledge Pamela Cleveland, who was the sponsor of our video on Chance, and Catherine. Okay, Miss Scrapping. Let me make sure I get her name right because I want to acknowledge you all. Just one second. I know her name, but I just want to make sure I say it correctly. And that is Just Scrapping Catherine Green. I wanted to acknowledge her for sponsoring our last video on life after lockup. So I just wanted to make sure that I was able to shout them out and to thank them so much for sponsoring it. Today I'm going to be reading some notes, so I'm not going to be really looking at the screen and catching the cash apps or the super chats, if you will. I also wanted to acknowledge 3 other people who sent the cash app, because I think that it's important, right? And I know y'all want me to get into this, and I will, but I think it's very important too, especially when they bless your life, right? As you all know, I take the cash apps from that I receive throughout the year, and I use it to bless your fellow cousins, right? People who are in need or may need something, right? And so that's what I usually do with the super chats. I haven't announced that for a very long time. I used to announce it all the time, but I want you all to know that that is what happens with it, right? When you give a super chat, YouTube takes about 30% of it. So let's say you give me $1, just know that 70 cents of it, possibly 70 cents of it, I'm going to get. And so when people, send super chats, all of that money goes into a pot where I'm able to help people. And you will be surprised about how many people actually come into a content creator's live and they're struggling, right? So some of them hit me up in the emails and some of them hit me up in the DMs. And then I make, a decision on whether or not I am going to use that money that's put in a part and put it separated from what I get from monetization. Okay. So I also want to recognize these 3 people. Just 1 second. I want to recognize Linda Hernandez, Yolanda Gibson, and Dominique. Thank you all so much for your cash apps. Now, the cash apps go up in my pocket, okay? Because I have no other way of getting it, I'm reporting it on taxes. So it goes to me, right? Because I got to pay taxes on what you sent to me in cash app, or whatever you sent to me in super chat goes back into the pot. And I really want to recognize people, because people don't have to, you don't have to do it, right? But you do. And I really, really do appreciate it. And so what I wanted to do with that is to be able to allow people to sponsor, right? Sponsor it. Okay. So I just want to shout out Just Scrapping Catherine Green for the $1.99 super chat. We can't hear you. Well, hopefully you can hear me now. Hopefully you can hear me now. Giselle said, we can't hear you. Okay. I wasn't looking at it because I have my notes up on a dual screen. And thank you so much, Trey Wade, for the $2 super chat. She says, finally, yes, we can hear you. So right now at $2, Trey Wade is the sponsor of Sister Wives Season 18, Look Back. So thank you all so much. Y'all like a penny off. So we're going to go ahead on and do 2 sponsors. Okay. Just Scrapping Catherine Green. All right, y'all, penny off. So we're going to let y'all be co-sponsors of this particular video. That is, unless someone else comes in with a higher super chat. Okay. And I am going to be doing something very, very special with the sponsors of the show. Just not going to announce it, but know it's coming. Okay. Okay. So y'all, I looked at this particular show and I really wasn't that impressed. To me, it was the same thing kind of over and over again. And there are 2 reasons why I take notes. Number one, if it didn't really keep my attention, and I feel like I have to look at it over and over and over again to get the gist of what they're talking about, and that this isn't duplicate efforts. And number 2, if it's really, really good. I took notes this time because I was kind of bored with it. Yeah, I was really, really bored with it. Okay. Do you have a PayPal? Because I get error message when I try to Cash App you. I've been trying to tell you in the DMs that the Cash App won't work when I have tried to send you money. I can do PayPal if you have, please share. No, I don't do PayPal, but thank you though. Thank you. I don't know what's going on with the error. It may be on your end because nobody else is having a problem with it. Thank you so much, Claudia. Thank you, boo. Absolutely. You have to pay you have to pay taxes on everything. So when you super chat, if you send a super chat, right, it goes in with your pot. I separate that out, right? And use that money to bless the people that are part of Auntie's advice. But you have to pay taxes on all of it. Your cash apps, when you all send me cash apps like that, right? You're sending it to Auntie's advice. And so, yes, unfortunately, yeah, you have to pay taxes on every penny you get, especially when you have a company, right? A business. Okay. So, yes. Okay. But anyway, we're going to move off of that and we're going to get into the show, the contents of the show. So let me bring my notes up, y'all. Hold on real quick, and we're gonna get into this. Please remember that Pamela Cleveland and Kevin are experts, subject matter experts on all things Sister Wives. So if I drop the link, I'm dropping the link for them. I will be incorporating the phone lines, opening that back up in the near future. Okay, I absolutely will be doing that. So let me go into my notes. So I'm not going to be able to see the screen for a minute, y'all, but I promise I will come back to the screen. So I subtitled this particular episode, Janelle's Prophecy Fulfilled. And, because out of all the things, we've all heard them or seen them before, right? And so this is an opportunity for them to go back and look back at, the show. And I put them in, when I'm doing my notes, I put them in little categories. Okay. So we opened up this particular episode with the family doing, going back and reminiscing on the Browns family values. They are, have wrote down some values that they want to incorporate into their lives. And so Robyn, of course, gets the tablet. So each one of them have a tablet. They are by themselves as opposed to talk back, right? On the talk back, which I'll be doing tomorrow. Talk back, they are actually sitting there. Kody and Robyn are together. Janelle is by herself. Christine's by herself. And Mary had her girlfriend join her. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. I thought it was excellent for Mary to bounce back off of somebody else. I don't know how y'all felt about it, but I absolutely thought that the girlfriend brought a lot of substance to the conversation. I thought that she was able to bring that boringness out of Mary and really get Mary engaged with the content and not like giving us these one sentence answers. I thought that was phenomenal. Cannot wait to talk about that with our subject matter experts on tomorrow, which is Wednesday, which is our regular Sister Wives night. So that's why I saved that for tomorrow night. But I think that Janelle is good by herself. I think that Christine does an awesome job. And Kody, at the most part, is unhinged. When he is not with Robyn and she is not patting his leg and trying to bring him in, rein him in, he is unhinged, in my opinion. But I really thought that it gave Mary an opportunity with her girlfriend there to really be engaged with the content. That was the best that I have seen out of Mary. Y'all let me know downtown in the live chat what y'all think and on the replay, honey, because I just was like, this was the best thing, bitch, that ever happened to Mary. And so they're talking about the family the vows and all of that kind of stuff. And Robyn gets up. She can't do it, right? I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't tell. Okay. So, she runs off and everything, and they allow her ass to come back and not say anything. Okay. Now that you've had your panic attack or whatever, this fake ass crying that you continue to do, now that you've had that, right? come on back and let's have a conversation about it. You don't have to look at it, but you know what the subject matter is that we are discussing. And so we need to get some feedback out of your ass. I hate how they allow her to get away with stuff through tears. On Talkback, they was laughing at her ass, honey, especially Christine. Christine was like, what in the what in the whole hell is going on, right? But I thought that they should hold her accountable. They should make her sit her ass there like everybody else. Like straight up serious, like I'm not even playing with it. That just irritated me that she got an opportunity to not have a conversation about that. And so, basically Mary said, she's disappointed about all of them. She said that the family failed. She felt like the whole entire family failed. And then we get to Marriagegate, where Mary says she chose to give up her rights. We go back and we look at, they play back the scene where Marriagegate, because Look Back is going all the way back. Okay, Talk Back is within the season 18. So they look back at when Mary decided that she was going to announce to everybody, or announce to Kody and Robyn, that she was giving up her right to a civil marriage certificate to Robyn, so that Kody could legally marry Robyn, and allow him the opportunity to adopt the children. Well, when Mary chose to do this, she had made the announcement, to Kody and Robyn, and all Kody said, well, I guess, thank you. I mean, you talking about an arrogant, ungrateful mother. If that was me, I would not have done it. But I believe that at this particular time, Mary needs to take responsibility for the demise of this relationship, point blank and period, for all of this that went wrong. I do blame Kody and I do blame Robyn, just because the two of them took advantage of a situation. But Mary opened up the door, bitch. And I'm sorry, but she did. Especially when she did this. Now, this is why I have subtitled this Janelle's prophecy, because Mary says she chose to give up her rights to a marriage so that Kody could adopt them, right? Robyn was happy, right? And she hugged her and everything, but Robyn had already, in my opinion, been schooled by her mother, okay? She'd already been schooled by her mother. So the next thing we saw was Kody. He went over to Janelle's house to have a conversation with Janelle about it. And he asked Janelle, did you hear, that Robyn is giving up her legal rights? And Janelle was like, yeah, when I heard about it, I was shocked in a mother, okay? I was shocked. And she said, and I really believe that it's going to change the dynamics of the family, especially when it comes down to finance and the family assets. She said that one thing about Mary is Mary's a bitch, but she knows that Mary will rightfully divide all of the assets and make sure that everybody is taken care of. And she don't know about Robyn because, first of all, she didn't even know Robyn long enough. And they had already peeped out that this was Kody's favorite wife, that Kody had been over at downtown to the house. Okay, and he was going through, the motions with all the other wives, even to the extent that the kids was complaining about the amount of time that Kody was over at Robyn's house. In the past episode, Janelle and Christine was saying, Christine said the reason why I don't fuck with her is because I don't trust her, because when I would ask her about where Kody was, she would lie about it. And we all knew that Kody was over there. Moreover, Robyn had created, and we're going to find all of that back, or find out all of that out when we go back and start doing our rewatches this month. She had already provided a space in her garage for Kody, or in her home for Kody, for him to have, a place away from everybody. And Christine has said multiple times throughout the episode, okay, that she didn't believe that Robyn wanted monogamy anyway, because wanted a polygamous family anyway, because you don't monopolize your husband's time. You make sure that your husband is spending time with the other wives. But Robyn had already came into the marriage, in my opinion, already knowing that Kody was at a pathetic place with Mary. And I really believe that Kody was at a pathetic place at that point with all of them, because Robyn wouldn't have had the audacity or the tenacity to come in there had she known, bitch, that it was one of the wives that he cared about. So Kody was already feeling Robyn here with a whole bunch of BS, in my opinion. But Mary was like, Janelle was like, I think it's going to change the dynamics and all of that stuff in the family. And Kody was like, well, as long as Mary doesn't change and do things fucked up, and as long as Robyn doesn't, everything should be status quo. And Janelle quickly checked him and said, as long as you don't change. Janelle checked him at the door. And I'm telling you, that was a prophecy, because the assets, now look at how many, both of them got 8 acres at Coyote Pass. Janelle got 4 and Mary got down to 2. If that is not justice, that's injustice. Mary should have as much land as Janelle. So we already see that Robyn is allowing Kody to do things. In the event that Kody passed away, you talk about out of luck. That's my opinion about it. Mary says that she gave up her marriage license, her legal marriage to Kody, and she would do that bullshit again. So Mary does not, in my opinion, take accountability for how she messed up the dynamics of the family. First of all, with bringing Robyn in. Second of all, with giving Robyn legal rights to everything. A selfish who feels like she is a victim. Kody says that after she did that, now he said that all of the non-legitimate marriages are still legitimate in their family. He says that Mary was on a power trip after she, got the damn divorce. I'm just like, what? He says it was just a paper shuffle. Giving up her legal marriage to you was more than a paper shuffle. He said this when she started catfishing and all of that kind of stuff. You talking about a nasty mother? Even when they was on the Sedona retreat, right? They was on the Sedona retreat, and Christine had a very negative reaction to it, right? She was like, this is when I knew that this was over. Okay. Christine knew when they did the Sedona retreat that it was over, but it wasn't until her daughter, Isabella, having to go through surgery and Kody not showing up and making an excuse about COVID for not being there for his daughter, that was the icing on the cake for her. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. But when they went back and started talking about the Sedona retreat, they all had to, in one of their little therapy sessions, they all had to have Kody stand, and they all had to go up to Kody, stand in a position, and let them to symbolize how close they felt. Robyn was damn near up under his skin. Janelle was close to him. Mary was kind of on the outskirts, and bitch Christine was in Utah. And Christine was like, I just feel very uncomfortable with this. And so she was like, if you had the communication, if you had all of the things was acting right, it was right, where would you be? So Christine moved a little bit forward, but she asked Kody a question. And she said, Kody, shouldn't you be in the middle? Why wouldn't you be in the center of all of this, right? And Kody said, no, I shouldn't be in there. He said, if he is in the middle, he will become the sole focus. And the connections between them can't go through him. Bitch, what are you saying? You judged Jeanette, you judged Christine and said that Christine wasn't a good sister wife. Janelle said Kody should have been in the middle, because he is number one, okay, the sole focus, because everybody got to kiss Kody's ass and kiss the ring. And if he's not, in the middle of the spokes, that he's standing closer to someone else. And it's not equal, because if Kody if they all spokes, what's the need of having Kody? That means that they all can have sister husbands. He has the audacity to say it doesn't matter if he wasn't in love or not. Kody was at a pathetic place, y'all, with everybody. Son of a bitch. Okay, let me stop. Let me come in and check in on y'all. Thank you so much to Scrapping Catherine Green for the $49.99 super chat. Okay. Catherine Green said, I am sponsoring this video today. Okay. She said, ain't nobody love you better than me. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm Scrappy Catherine Green for the $49.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Brittany Scott, for the $4.99 super chat. Wait a minute. You out here planning the pocket issue? What a time for me to drop in. Hey, Brittany. Hey, boo. Thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you, boo. So, y'all, looks like Just Scrapping Catherine Green is the sponsor again of another video for Auntie's Advice. Mwah. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really want to see and I know this is evil and it's petty than a month for me to say it, but I cannot wait for Robyn to leave Kody, because it's coming. It's coming. It is coming. I hope she take him for everything unfortunately, that's going to mean she's going to take everything from everybody else. But I cannot wait to see her drag this month and bring out all of the dirt. Honey, I will sit there and watch Robyn cry for an hour. I sure would. I would sit there and watch her cry. I would put on, maybe some, I don't know. But bitch, I'm gonna tell you, Robyn gonna get Kody, because the whole thing about it is like when Janelle made that prediction, as long as you don't change Kody, and she knew that there was going to be some issues with the finances, i.e. Robyn not putting into the pot, but getting a damn $1 million home, 55,000 square feet. I'm just saying. The assets already hasn't been. And then Kody got the audacity to say that Mary wasn't paying into it. Mary was like, bitch, I've been paying into this. But what did Robyn do? Where's the nanny? Bitch, I can't. Let me bring my notes back up. Janelle asked Robyn at the table, right? Because they were still in Sedona trying to get everything together. And she asked Robyn, why did she enter the principal? Robyn brings up that Kody was questioning if plural marriage was fair to women when Christine did not want to move in together. So Janelle and them already knew. And Robyn was like, well, let's just talk about the pink elephant in the room. Ain't no pink elephant in the room, it's you. But the thing about it was, Janelle, when Robyn confronted her and said, are you talking about me? Janelle backed off. Janelle shouldn't have never backed off. But of course, in my opinion, Janelle has always been a do-girl and a pick-me-sha. That's my opinion about it. She's always wanted to be picked by Kody's ass. And so then Mary said, let's make it fair. Christine said Kody spends all his time with one wife. How in the hell can he want a plural marriage? Kody said that plural marriage isn't unfair as long as you can leave. Bitch, He said, you can leave. It's going to break everyone's heart and it's going to be a mess, but you can choose to leave. But when Christine chose to leave, it was a bigger problem. So you keep saying, now he said that he came back from his date with Robyn. He said he went to each one of the wives and said, y'all can get out this relationship anytime y'all want. Now here he sits here and says, you know, after Sedona, he sits here and says, you can leave. It isn't unfair. If you don't like something, get the fuck out. But when Christine got the fuck out, it was a knife in the kidney. It was you. She's always treated you like a piece of trash, Robyn. So Kody, in my opinion, when Kody said that, Kody has been manipulating Robyn the whole time and really causing the enemies. Because see, Kody is the one who was getting the pillow talk. Let's just keep it all the way funky. Half of the stuff that Robyn knew, she knew because Kody was telling her doing pillow talk. Just like he was telling Janelle all the stuff about Mary. See, he was the one who was the pot stirrer in this whole fucking relationship. It was Kody who was stirring the fucking pot. Christine said that Robyn said that she wanted to have a damn, that she wanted to have a plural family, but she said, I ain't never see the proof out of her ass. But how you gonna see the proof when Kody going back and forth? He done already said to people that they treat Robyn poorly, that they blame everything on Robyn. So he's been manipulating this the whole entire time. If Robyn was woman enough and worth her salt, she could have just went on and had the conversation with the women herself and saw that Kody was playing the whole fucking time. Kody was playing these relationships between these women the whole time. Mary said she would put the blame, she wouldn't really put the blame on Robyn. She would put the blame on Kody because their relationship was so good and it was easy for Robyn to take advantage of the situation. Then Kody questions whether or not Christine is married to him just for him or just because she's stuck. Well, she ain't stuck no more, mother. Christine said she was out of her religion, but she thought the family had something different, so she stayed in there until he messed around with her baby. And that's the thing. Once you start messing around with our kids, we ain't gonna play with you no more. We're not gonna play with you no more. Then if things got so daggone bad in the relationship that they had to have a damn ground rules conversation. What the hell? So they all sitting around writing about ground rules on how to conduct themselves and how to talk. Well, didn't y'all already have some type of ceremony where y'all was talking about the family values? Christine says she feels like she is tired of being in conversation where she feels like she don't matter. So let's just have this conversation and let's just talk it out. And Kody said he ain't even give a fuck anymore. He said they basically had a lack of values for each other. And then Kody said he feels like the family is an obstacle to his goals. And he does not feel like King Brown anymore. But bitch, didn't at Sedona, you said you didn't want to be in the middle. You didn't want everything to be about you. But now all of a sudden you King Brown. You see how stuff be getting flipped back and forth from Kody? He's a walking contradiction. He can't even stand behind one thing he has ever said. Nothing. Every time you go back and revisit it, he doesn't remember a damn thing he said. You say you don't want to be you want to be a spoke, okay, and not in the middle of with all of them coming out as spokes. But now you saying they was an obstacle to your goals and you don't feel like King Brown. So he felt like a king. And in order for him to have a king, be a king, everything has to be subject to him. Mother, which way you want it? As Mary said before, was you lying then or is you lying now? Kody was saying so many Easter eggs, as they call it, throughout this whole 18 seasons, y'all. and they never got it. They should have been sitting back and taking notes the whole goddamn time. Janelle said after Janelle saw what he said, she said he is one selfish bastard. Janelle said now he realizes the code words. Me and Christine, we realize the code words. You don't value what Robyn and I believe. So when you say you don't give a fuck anymore because they lack basic values of others, Janelle said that's key word to you don't value what Robyn and I value. Christine said, what are your values, mother? In a marriage, you're supposed to grow together. And if you're saying your values are different, then we all have grown apart. And Kody said he should not have been in a family. We shouldn't have been a family at all if we don't like each other. Mother, you know Mary and Janelle ain't like each other from the giddy up. So you shouldn't have never dated Christine. Then he's going to try to go back and say that there was a woman that he was trying to date and marry. And Christine said something to him prior to him being married to Janelle, bitch. Prior to him being married to Janelle, there was another woman, and Christine came up to him and said, if you marry her, I won't marry you. So prior to Kody marrying Janelle, he knew he was going to marry or wanted to marry Christine. But he wanted to marry Christine not for love, but for position. She said, Janelle said, ain't no rules in no damn family. And if it is, we all got to abide by the same ones and we got to be on the same page. She said, it's Kody's job to shoulder the responsibility of making sure that we all are abiding by the same damn thing. And then Mary had the nerve to say he was already okay with them not being in his life. And he was emotionally pushing all of us away. That's what he was doing. They went back and revisited Kody and Mary's breakup. And Mary was having a conversation with Kody about, you know, it was their anniversary and they was together in the car. And Mary was like, you know, we haven't been together since our anniversary last year. And Kody told Mary that you are not courting me. Since when does a woman court a man? Mary said, I didn't know I needed to be courting you. He was like, yeah, you need to be courting me. You need to be pursuing me like an old bitch. He said every time they got together, she was blaming him. She was like, I wasn't blaming him for anything. But we saw when they were sitting on Coyote Pass and Mary was having a simple conversation with Kody, he felt like he was being blamed. But see, this is Kody's defense mechanism. To be the victim and to say that he is the one. He said he doesn't want to satisfy Mary at all. He don't want to be in a relationship with her because she cheated on him basically with the catfish. He said, just leave if you are happy and find something that makes you happy. And Mary was like, I know he's talking about me. But if he going to talk about me and say that if I'm unhappy and I just need to leave, just tell me. But Mary, you shouldn't have to have nobody write this on a whiteboard. You shouldn't have to have somebody send it up with fireworks. You shouldn't have to have somebody send you a text message or write you a motherfucking note. If you knew that Kody was talking about you, then you should have rolled out. But they all keep saying, you know, Mary was so loyal and Mary so this. No, fuck that. But Christine said he wasn't just talking about Mary, he was talking about me too. Why doesn't she just leave? And then he said, well, you know, I told them, why don't they just leave? And then all of a sudden, they just left. And Christine was like, so I don't have no understanding. When they was talking about at the end where Kody was saying he didn't want this breakup, Kody, this is right here where you cemented that you wanted this break. This right here is in direct correlation with what you said. You said you didn't want the breakup, but right here, you said, just leave if you are happy and find something that makes you happy. You wanted to break up. You told Mary you wasn't waiting on her. Mary said that she was waiting on you. He said, and I'm not coming. So, Kody, you wanted this. So you can't come back now and say you don't want it. And I think it was either Christine or Janelle that was like, that's why the kids don't fuck with him, because of stuff like this that he saying. That's why. She said, I left, and now he don't have no understanding about why I left. He needs to take some responsibility for it. And then on talk back, you know, when Christine was saying some things about Janelle, and Janelle was like, I didn't need nobody there. See, when Christine says stuff like this, we're going to talk about that tomorrow. But Mary was, but Janelle was pissed. She was like, Christine, get on my nerve with that bull. I didn't need nobody permission to leave Kody. I left. And just because I didn't move to Utah, don't mean that I didn't leave. And I need her permission, her guidance, or nothing in order to do what it is I wanted to do. I'm going to tell you, Janelle was bucking bad on Talkback. Okay? Bottom line is they all saying Kody need to take accountability, and he don't, because everything is blamed on someone else. And I'm going to tell you, when the rubber hit the road and it hit the fan, he is going to have a whole lot of stuff to say about Robyn too. You watch and see. And that's when we're going to be really talking about a kidney and a knife. Janelle said he don't want to take accountability, but he didn't keep his covenant. You the one said you wanted a plural marriage. We all keep, because this is what you wanted, mother. Then they start making, having conversations about what would happen. They was talking about the sister-girl relationship and stuff like that, and how comfortable they were, with hanging out with each other. And Robyn said that when Kody is dead, it's gonna be like a girl party. And then she was like, "I'm sorry, it was a funny joke," and all of that kind of stuff. That's why I'm saying, here's the prediction: Robyn's going to leave him. Her plan, I think, eventually was to leave that. Okay. And have a girl party. Christine and all of them admitted that they are better when they not with Kody. But then he come Robyn saying, I think all of that was fake. But the thing about it, Kody was mad and was cussing. And he was like, I suffer in plural marriage, sacrificing. I'm sacrificing all this. Ain't being Skittles for you to like the other woman, and be her friend when I'm dead. See, he ain't want none of them to be friends. He said he was sacrificing only for them to say when he did, they gonna be best friends. He kept the bitterness going on in the relationship, y'all. He did not want them to be friends, because then they couldn't go to each other and collab and say, oh, he said this, oh, he said that, and confront that mother. But now he mad. But the one that made the joke about him being dead was Robyn. That broke his heart. That broke his heart when she said that. He said, really, I care about the children, to care about their children when I'm dead. Christine cared about everybody's kids' mother. Maybe Janelle didn't, because she was too busy working. And maybe Mary didn't, because Mary didn't want them fucking up her house and her good old furniture with the dust and stuff on it. But Christine cared about all them kids. He said they can get out and go to hell. That's how mad Kody was about that situation. Then we go back to the Christine and Kody breakup, and I don't know how many times we got to see this. And Christine tells Kody, look, I'm ready to leave. It was bad before COVID, and it's still bad, and it's been like 10 to 12 years. And Kody was like, it ain't been no 10 to 12 years. And Christine said, well, it was longer than that for you, but I'm at least give you the benefit of 10 to 12 years. Kody said, so she said, Christine was like, why don't you let me go? This isn't working. Christine said that was a feel-good moment for her. She has never felt that good in her life, I guess, until she met David. She says, that's the day I took my motherfucking power back and I start focusing on him and start focusing on myself, my life, and my kids. And Kody had the nerve to say that he was glad she was brave enough to go, that she put herself first. And then he turns around and says he's a prisoner, that he was the one stuck in a relationship. When Christine left, it was a knife to the kidneys. And he sacrificed to love her. What kind of bullshit is that, y'all? So here we go again with Robyn not watching the video. Of the knife in the back situation. Again, why does she get to not watch? Kody said that Christine treated Robyn like crap from the beginning and he sacrificed himself to love her. And they're going to sit there and say that was real raw emotions. And I didn't want Robyn to grovel behind Christine and beg Christine, because y'all remember in that conversation, Robyn was asking Christine, you know, do you want it to be status quo or what? And Christine was like, for right now, I needed to be status quo, which means, bitch, if you ain't coming to my house now, don't come to my house later. Robyn took it as, you don't want nothing else to do with me. Well, guess what? Mary was in a relationship with you and you wasn't seeing Mary, because Mary bust that out and so did the girlfriend. Janelle said, if Kody thinks in any way that Robyn is being slighted, he tries to cut the conversation down and kirk out on my to get them to stop talking about it. And Mary said when she was sitting on that porch, she said, let me go ahead on and be real about it. I ain't say nothing because at that time I so desperate. You talk about a pick-me-shit desperate ass ugly bitch. Mary said, I sat on that porch and I knew that when all that stuff was going down, that Christine was right. But I was so desperate to have a conversation. I mean, a conversation, a relationship, a rub, a coat, a jacket, bitch, anything, that I decided I wasn't going to say nothing. I left Christine out there to dry, to hang by herself, bitch, because I wanted crumbs from Kody. But now that the rubber done hit the roads and I'm out, now I can be honest and say he was wrong the whole fucking time. Mary, no respect from Auntie. You get no respect for that. No brownie points, no nothing. You pick me ass bitch. Excuse my language. I said in 2024, I was going to try to stop all this cussing. But I'm sorry, I got to call a thing in my opinion. You will sit out there and let that girl get dragged on that porch. And when Janelle came over and hugged her, you know, Christine was like, you know what? Janelle really got my back. Because Mary and Robyn, they out there in the parking lot crying and boo-hooing. Bro, they ain't even one of them no victim because Christine don't mess with them, because they don't mess with Christine. She never liked her. Because Kody been telling her whole time she never fuck with you. Kody refused to talk about the breakup with Janelle and said that it was as bad as Christine, but he was struggling to admit it. That he's just been a shitty husband. Janelle said, what an ass. She said, it's your job to facilitate a conversation, Kody. Even Christine said that. They've been wanting this man to take responsibility from the beginning, and this bitch won't. Since the conversation has not happened, Janelle said he has not had a conversation yet with his kids. He got a jive-like little relationship with Garrison, but the reconciliation still ain't happened. And Janelle was like, bitch, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care if I never interact with Kody again. Except for going over here and making sure I get my right plot of land off of Coyote Pass. Other than that, I don't want nothing to do with them. She said every time it was something going on with that conversation when Kody told, the kids that they needed to apologize. She said Robyn, was talking to him, and then he came back and said, okay, well, we could have a conversation. She said, but it was always about them, going to him. He never was a father really to these kids, in my opinion. He just was a babysitter. And he wasn't even that, because we saw Janelle kids, Logan, getting up in the morning. Like Kody never took them to school. He never did all of that stuff. He just, sorry, mother. So Kody said that he didn't want to stay in a duty-bound marriage. But all his marriages have been duty-bound. It's the act that was easy. Kody says that it's not what he wants to have all these divorces. But yet and still, he told them years ago if they wanted to go to leave. Mary is so hung up on this, y'all, at the end, that she still wants Kody to admit that he loved her in some kind of way. And you're not getting that. Mary, Kody is never going to admit that he ever loved you. Kody said that Mary beat the love out of him. He wanted another life because he did not want to spend it with Mary. So that's why he married Janelle. Because he says she beats the love out of him. He don't even want to love. So he was anxious for her to find Janelle or some other woman, because he just did not. It grossed him out. It made his skin crawl. It gave him the hives. Bitches made his eyes cross and his weenus shrink just to know he had to be in that marriage with Mary. And he went on to say, honey, ain't no victims in this family. But the sadness of his dream not becoming a reality, honey, makes him angry. And that's why he says stupid. Absolutely, Hannah. For some reason, I saw that. Hannah said Kody, where is she at, babe? Where you at, babe? I saw you right up underneath my, wait a minute, boo. Let me see if I can find you. Kody is so reckless with his words. Absolutely. Absolutely. At the end, Robyn said some really good things. I took a couple of notes. She said, we screwed up, all of us. It's dumb what we let happen to our family. We did not communicate enough and didn't follow the family statement. We failed, and we're all going to have to live with that. And I agree. If Pamela and Kevin are out here, here is the link to have a real quick discussion to wrap up this particular episode. If you all want to come up, I'll give you a few minutes to do that. Again, this link is only for Pamela Cleveland and Kevin as our resident experts. Pam, hit that damn thing so quick.
I hit it while you were talking.
Hi, sweetie.
Kevin down there too. Come on, Kevin.
Kevin down there too, okay.
Oh yeah, he's here. I know he was in the Uber though.
He was worried about you. We are so glad that you made it home out of Tokyo before that tsunami.
Yes, and then did you hear about the plane?
Yes, and the earthquake.
The earthquake, the tsunami, and the plane all yesterday. We got home yesterday.
Yeah, I told Kevin when he reached out, I said, Kevin, she was at the airport.
Yes, I was in the air. I landed and heard all the breaking news. We had just left. I'm
so glad. I'm so glad.
Yeah. That is craziness.
Come on, Kevin. I don't see him nowhere. You know, he probably somewhere making a cocktail. Go ahead
No,
on.
he was in. Yeah, he was in the Uber riding home from the restaurant. So maybe he didn't want to come up
Oh,
while in the Uber.
okay.
He'll be home shortly.
Okay. You want to give me
But
a little bit what you thought about this look back?
I totally agree with about Mary is such a coward. And I'm with you. That makes me lose even more respect for her because what kind of woman could just sit around and watch a man treat another woman like that, knowing that he's so wrong and you don't come to her defense, but instead you back him up.
Yup.
That was just wrong. Like I said, but like I told you, I knew then Christine was serious because when she sat there just as calm and just took him screaming in her face, she had tuned him out. She probably wasn't even hearing the words he was saying.
Uh-uh.
That it was at the point. But yet Mary joked about it, if you recall, on the tell-all, the one-on-one sit downs where she joked about and when Suki asked her, oh, that had to be so difficult to hear that Kody never loved you and blah blah blah. And she was like, yeah, it was like a knife in the kidneys. You know, you joking about what he said to Christine.
And it just goes to show and validate for me how Mary treated them in that house. That
Yes.
you could find something like that funny, that you can sit there and back Kody up. Because I will never forget season 1, episode 3, 2 or 3, where she was gaslighting Christine then. I will never forget that.
Hmm.
And so now for her to come out and say, I just wanted some kind of relationship, but now what
Who would have wanted a relationship with a man that could treat another woman like that?
I
That
wouldn't have.
would be that angry. If I was married, I would have been so happy that I was on the outside of my relationship with him. It would have given me hopefully the enough strength to propel me to like I'm out. So, but instead, you backed him up and thought to support him through that nonsense. So
Yeah.
that's the part I just can't get with her acting like that.
And
My
that's
other,
why she won't take it. Oh, go ahead, Pam. I'm sorry.
no, still on that with Mary. Go ahead. I was gonna move on. Go ahead,
And
Mary.
that's why she can't take accountability for her part in bringing Robyn into the family. Mary has yet to take accountability for that. And she doubled down and said, I would have gave up my marriage license. I would have did this. I would have did that because it was for the kids. But Mary, you brought that problem into the family.
Now, the only thing I'm gonna say there is, if we are to believe the public narrative, there's conflicting opinions on if Mary really brought her or did her and Kody meet and that's the story they came up with for to bring her in. So I don't know if all of this supposedly accidental meeting because there's been conflicting reports about Robyn wanting to be on TV. She was an actress supposedly. So that she sought out the Brown family,
Yeah,
and to the point, and keeping in mind, remember she lived like 5 hours away.
yeah.
So how do you have an accidental meeting at a party? You live 5 hours away. How do you show up at their church? Nobody drive 5 hours. I hate it when I used to drive 20 minutes across town to go to church. So you don't drive 5 hours to go to church. So I'm not quite convinced that the public persona that they've put out as to how that Robyn and Kody met is actually true. I
Oh,
think
okay.
so. I don't know if Mary brought her in. Like the same way I don't believe the legal divorce was Mary's idea.
I don't either.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
this is all Kody has Mary had her so underneath his thumb that she did what he told her to do. So I think he met Robyn. He wanted Robyn. You see their relationship, how quickly it progressed and how Robyn had all of these favors before they got married. Like we talked about before, not only about her being in the rotation, but she was at their counseling. She did all of this stuff before they even got married. No other wife had those kind of perks before the marriage. She got the kids, and I'm sure a lot more if he driving 5 hours.
Hell yeah.
So, and keep in mind, not only the diesel gene model, but all the Victoria's Secret debt. Come on, Kody wasn't constantly driving 5 hours for nothing.
He
So
sure
it was.
was.
So my thing is, Robyn was like her mother, the mistress that Kody just fell in love with, and he don't convince Mary into bringing her into the family. And the same way he then had Mary give up her legal marriage, all of this supposedly for the kids.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Kevin.
Hey,
So, hey,
Happy New
Kevin.
Year,
hey,
boo.
I'm
Yes.
good.
Happy
Yes.
New Year and welcome back to the USA as well.
Happy New Year. Yes.
What you want to say to wrap this up?
Well, I absolutely believe Mary had nothing to do. I think she may have thought that bringing Robyn in would give her Kody's attention a little bit more, because then she could kind of get Robyn to like him, and Kody would like Mary as a favor, right? Like, oh, you did me this solid, so now you're back in my good graces. But it backfired on you. At the end of the day, Robyn, at the end of the day, Robyn simply said to all of us since we first met her, what I don't get by fair means, I plan on getting by foul. So she got it by foul. I love the fact it was very interesting that Robyn never understands what she did. I don't know, but she's like, I can't think of an instance where I caused
Yes.
damage. I can't think of an instance. Well, sweetie, I can give you a couple instances. Let's start
Not
at
just a couple.
right. Let's start at the fact that Kody Brown would go to these when they moved to Vegas, or even when they lived in Utah. Kody would come to each woman's quarter. He would say goodnight to the children. Maybe they did prayers. But when it was time to get those children up, Kody laid in the bed. He didn't help get them children up. He didn't
Yeah.
help them with homework. He didn't help change no pampers. He didn't help change no runny nose. If anything had to do with those children, he checked out. So then you come into play. And at this point, you don't even have children with Kody yet. Kody is getting out of these women's bed to take your children to school. So that's instance number one where, bitch, you brought division. The second thing was, Robyn, you could have easily, if you were so about the unity, you could have easily dead at this and said, Kody, if it's Christine's day, if her day is Monday to Wednesday and my time is Saturday to next Monday, I don't want to see you at all. Don't come here picking up these children. Don't come here doing
Mhm.
anything, because we still need to keep, because it looks like if Robyn was really about it, right? If she wants to
Right.
play innocent victim, she could have easily said to him, because Kody, don't you get, it looks like to these women that you are favoring me over them. You are doing things for me that you don't do for them. Robyn, here's another instance. Before you came into the picture, Kody had already told the family, we're not doing Christmas, we're not doing Easter, we're not doing
Yeah.
4th of July, we're not doing Martin Luther King, we're not doing Solomon's birthday, we're not doing we're not even doing Warren Jeff's birthday at this point. So we're not celebrating anything. Robyn, all of a sudden, now these women at this point have been with him for 10, 12, whatever years.
No,
Of him
16 plus.
16 plus, of him telling them they cannot celebrate X, Y, and Z. You can't do it, it can't be done, or whatever. Robyn says to him, oh, okay, well, I'll just take my children, and go to
To
my
my
mother's
mama house.
and celebrate Christmas. Now, all of a sudden, without a blinking of the eye, Now everybody can celebrate Christmas.
But why
Now
didn't
I'm
that
going
make
to
her a disloyal wife? Why didn't she
right,
become disloyal?
right, exactly. And then if you also all notice, um, I love the fact that when they said to Christine, okay, we're going to talk about the Sedona trip. And she was like, ugh, well, whatever. And it must have been somewhere in her mind where she was just like, well, fuck it, bitch. Let's just get into it. And she goes, yeah, let's talk about it. And she talks about how the circle. And he truly didn't want to be in that circle. Notice if you go back and watch, he never moved from that spot without Robyn being on his right side.
Hmm.
As a matter of fact, if you go and look, there's a moment where Janelle was standing off to the side. Christine was even further. Christine at this point was all the way on the East Coast. There's a moment where you see Kody say, well, I don't want to be, of course, I don't want to be in the center. But if you look down, he is holding Robyn's hand. He is holding Robyn's hand as he says, I don't want to be in the center. And even the women confront him and say, Kody, why wouldn't you want to be in if you are supposed to be Mr. Patriarch?
Yeah.
You should be the center of everything. You should be the knowledge, you should be the protection, you should be the covering, you should be the guidance, you should be the money, you should be the housing. Because if you're not in the center, then we might as well not even do this, sir. Because then you can't claim to be the patriarch.
I was gonna say, but in order to be the patriarch,
You can't be
he got to be a man
you
first.
can't right.
Yeah.
You can't be the patriarch if you're not in the center.
He don't want to be the man. He don't want to. He loved them women taking care of him, and
And
even
he loved
Robyn.
them women being in conflict because that
Yes.
conflict benefited him.
That
Oh,
Them
conflict
not
benefited him.
conflict,
absolutely,
That
absolutely.
conflict
benefited him.
benefited him.
He
And
pitted
also
them against each other on purpose.
I think he loved watching them beg and clamor for his attention. Because notice that when he talks now, all of a sudden it's about how I sacrifice. But we've yet to see you do an example of a sacrifice. Where's your sacrifice? You have asked a woman, basically, when we're talking about between him and Janelle, you basically told a mother to choose between her children and you. Where
Yeah.
is your sacrifice? I don't know. I know a few mothers. I don't know many mothers or a real mother, even if it's her husband in a one on one relationship, that if she feels that her children are slighted, she's not going up against her. She's not going to go up against her children to satisfy her husband. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know a mother that does that.
Mm-mm.
And and while you talking about that, I'm curious of your thoughts on Mary and Mariah slash Leon, because Mary wasn't so supportive up
No, she
front.
wasn't.
I
Mary was
understand they
willing
have a good relationship now. So
now.
I'm almost wondering if she went against her child
Yes.
She did
Here's
for
for
the
the
thing.
Coda.
school, remember?
I
Even
told
for the
you all
school,
long
Uncle
ago.
Pam.
I told you all long ago, Mary is a treacherous witch. I don't believe, for one instance, even though Janelle is giving her grace, I don't believe that Mary would have been fair and equal, because I believe had it been the three of them, and follow my logic, if Mary was still Cody's legal wife, Mary would have held over whatever financial obligations that those women had, and they would have had to beg her. Mary wouldn't have said to those women, well, Cody's gone. Janelle, here's your cut. Here is your piece of property. Here is how we're going to divide. Mary was going to hold on to every dollar and delve out how she saw fit.
Yeah,
Ooh.
but the thing is, you heard Christine. That's sad, Kevin, because Christine said she thought Mary would be more fair than Robin.
Yup, she did. Did you hear that, Calvin?
I heard it, but I don't believe that Mary would have been fair. I think if they are thinking, because here's the thing, Mary wasn't fair to you all's children. She wasn't fair to your children. She wasn't fair to you all when it was time to go get homes. She
Yeah,
wasn't
but
fair
Now,
then.
you want to
But
drop a
Mary
bomb.
honored their covenant to a fault.
She
Mary
no no
believed
no
in that
ma'am.
covenant.
She honored her covenant to Kody. She didn't honor or covet the rest of those women. They were
True.
there to satisfy whatever sick thing was going on with Kody, which Mary thought would give her the glory of being able to combat that. Mary could care less about those women. Mary was only interested in Kody. Anytime your
That's
child,
true.
Mary was not interested if Mariah or Leon still to this day would have came out and Kody would have, and I do believe it's probably the only reason why she quote unquote gave support, probably because after they watched the show back, that heat was on you.
Yeah.
Because had that heat not been on you, her and Leon would never talk to this day. If she was so concerned about her daughter's feelings, when behind the cameras or behind the scene before the catfish incident even aired, Mariah at that time, excuse me for the people who like to be gender neutral or whatever, but we talking about who she was at the time, which was
Yeah.
Mariah. Mariah at the time even told her when Mary was doing it before the cameras hit to
You're
not do
right.
it. It made no sense. She did not
You're right,
care.
Kevin.
Mary was on trying to be on get back time because she thought that she had a solid thing that she could run up and hold Kody and say, look what I did to you now. Mary is a treacherous witch. She is a treacherous witch. And if Christine or Janelle believed that Mary was going to be fair, absolutely not. Because if she was going to be fair, she would have been fair in Vegas. So therefore, all of the women would have had a home that all of them could have had equally, where they're not getting scraps of food from other places. Mary would have delved out whatever piece of little money when she felt like delving it out. Those women probably, because she knew that because of their teaching and their religion, they weren't going to go to the courts, they weren't going to go to the police, and she knew that they would be dependent on her if anything happened to Kody, and that would have given her power. And that's where you see Kody talk about it was a sickening thing to be with her, because Mary is very treacherous. She is
Bitch, I need to send Kevin
mean-spirited.
the cash app.
No. Mary is very mean-spirited in the shit that she
make me
does.
do the church duck out.
Mary is very mean-spirited in the shit that she did, in the stuff leading up to it. Because for you to sit there, because notice something also, if we even go back to the fight when Christine says, okay, I'm going to go, Robyn says, well, do you need time away, or do you just want to completely break it off? Christine was giving you grace and she just said, I needed time. Okay, Robyn doesn't even get a chance to respond before Kody jumps in and defends her for answering Robyn's question. He defends Robyn for answering the question, but yet Kody never jumped up when Mary was doing her shit. And Kody never said, you all, Mary is, you all don't like. He has never defended any three of those women like he has defended Robyn over simple, and like Janelle said, over simple things.
Yeah, the only thing I can say contrary to that, Kevin, they all had homes when Mary was the legal wife. They had a lot more.
Then
Robyn
when,
became the wife and Janelle was in a trailer.
well, here's the thing. If we go back and examine that piece, right? Mary, yes, was the legal wife, but those women were also working. Also, when they moved to Utah or to
Wait a minute,
Arizona,
Janelle was still working up until the end. She still
right?
works now.
She was selling the homes. She was selling the homes. So he was more concerned, and this is where I think we all kind of got lost in the sauce. Kody was more concerned about where Robyn was going to live in Arizona than where the rest of them were. He was like, oh, Christine has her house, Janelle living in the trailer, Mary has a house about 15 miles away. But he's debating, as a matter of fact, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't they move from one house in the beginning to the next one in that season?
Yeah, they were renting.
Right.
Remember? And then the rental house got sold or something. And so they had
Correct.
to, and that's when they end up buying the McMansion, whatever they call it.
He poured more of his energy into Robyn. So like you all said, for Mary to sit there and be silent, because see, that would have been a perfect opportunity for her to step up in her puss. And she should have said, well, Kody, you're doing all this big talk, But where was that big talk when the women were coming after me? Where was that big talk then? Where was the big talk? Where was the knife in the kidney then? But no, Mary, once again, is treacherous. She enjoyed the fact that he was yelling at Christine, yelling at her on
Yes, she
camera,
did.
what she felt was
Yes, she
humiliating
did.
Christine or whatever.
She did.
She relished in it because
She
that was her
did.
get back
And
for
that's why
subconsciously.
Pam, as you said, she made fun of it with that kidney and the knife.
Correct. That was her
I mean,
subconscious
the
get
knife and
back
the kidney.
because see, Mary has never been able to do it first. Get with and follow me. She's never been able to do it. She never gave him the first child. She may have given him the first marriage, but she didn't give him the first child. She didn't give him the first son. She's never been able to do anything first. Mary always wants to be first because for in her mind, being first no matter what means I get to control all of the strings. I get to sit in the middle of a ranch style house that where my walls connect to everybody else's home, but you got to walk outside to go to the other side. Who lives like that?
Yeah. That's why
Who
Kody
lives
made
like
that
that?
comment about splitting Coyote Pass.
Correct. Because he knew that Mary likes to play and hold things out. She likes to draw it out. She likes to play, I don't know. She doesn't like to respond.
True.
So no, Mary was trying to get her kickback.
True.
And now that it's no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
True.
Now that it's happened on her, now she all of a sudden want to talk and she want to say, but girl, we saw you the whole time. Janelle, you can still get this smoke
Janelle's
too
a pick me.
because
She's a pick me.
you sat there on them folding chairs just like the rest of the girls. If you felt that you would have decked him in that moment, why did it matter that he was only talking to Christine and not you? Because if you're talking to someone that I value, my friendship, hold up, player, you're not talking reckless out here. Because if we're going to talk reckless, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Because you're not going to just take up for this witch over here and not take, because I don't see your same energy for when issues come up with us.
I was just going to say, keep in mind, he's supposed to be all their husband.
Right. So
and
where is he?
You
so
watching your man do this to somebody else.
Right. So no, Kody was performing. Mary loved it. She loved the relish in it because it was in her mind a way that she thought, oh, okay, well, yeah, he's getting her back because she chose to do it first. I bet she's probably mad that Christine didn't come to her first and say, girl, this is what I'm thinking about doing. You know what I mean? Mary is that type of person that wants to control something, and she controls it in such a way to where it's sickening.
Her and Robyn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Robyn's personality. She came into the family controlling it.
Yeah, Robyn wants to play victim, and she's going to continue to play victim. She's going to be nice, nasty. She's going to pretend that she doesn't care that Christine left, but she knows good and well that her ass was hurt too, because now she's going to have to deal with him all the way live. Because, see, he could go over there and she could get a break from his behavior.
Mm-hmm.
But now he can't go nowhere. So, yeah, you finna get all this smoke, ma'am.
Kevin and Pam.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do a poll. What would y'all like to do a poll on? What question would y'all like to poll?
How many people wait? Do you think
Pam, hold on. Let me get right there. Hold on. I'm gonna get there right now. Hold on.
I thought you just wanted suggestions. You're gonna be
right.
I am, but I want you to give me a suggestion on the poll. Hold on. What question?
Do we really believe that Mary, if Kody said hello to her, would she not go back into her same behavior? Would she not fall back?
See, I think that with Janelle.
No, Janelle, I think kids, here's the thing. One thing I will respect about Janelle,
her kid.
She stood her ground on her children. And she's held on to the fact that Sir, you said what you said. I'm not about to go to my children and tell them that they have to apologize to another woman to speak to their father. The fuck I look like.
I get that. So what I'm saying is, if Robyn leave, I thought you were going there about Mary coming back. Are you thinking Mary to come back while Robyn is still there?
Yeah, she would come back. If Kody said to her, look, I really thought about it. I'm not really going to. And even if he just said it, right, and she somewhat believed it, I think if he said the words, look, I know in the past or on the show or on the cameras, I said that I was just acting. I've really thought about it. You know, Mary, I really do love you. And he could be putting on an act, right? You know, I really do love you. And, you know, I was saying stuff in anger because of Christine and everything that's going on. And yeah, I believe Mary would come back
I
because
hate to
for
say it,
her,
Kevin. I think that's a given.
yeah, I would
I,
also,
I think we all think that Mary pretty much said it herself.
So right
She
now,
would.
the question that Kevin has asked, do you really believe if Kody said hello to her, would she go back? 72% out of 47 votes said yes.
yeah,
Oh yeah, I think that's a given.
I don't think I,
I wondered if Janelle, if Robyn was to leave him,
Okay, wait a minute. I'm
would
gonna ask you a
Janelle go
question
back?
next. Wait a minute. I'm gonna ask you a question next, Pam. Okay, so wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on, Pam.
Okay.
Okay, what's your question, Pam?
If Robyn was to leave Kody, would Janelle go back?
Mm.
I'm gonna say no on that one.
I say
Mm.
yes. I
That's a
Mm.
think
no for me.
Robyn is their downfall between them two. Because if Robyn wasn't
Now
there,
I'm real curious to see what they're gonna say about this.
it would mend his relationship with Janelle's boys, with his
Mm.
boys without having Robyn there. And Janelle, we know she would just go back to Kody. I think she would just go back too. Her thing was she knew he didn't love her like he loved Robyn, and that's what really hurt her heart. But if
Pam and
Robyn
Kevin,
was,
do y'all see how tight this vote is?
oh
Yeah.
no, I can't see the poll. I don't know.
Oh, Pam.
Oh, I don't. Okay, I see now how to go to the chat.
Child is look. It's 60 girl. They neck.
I don't think she I don't think she going back. I think Janelle is still, no matter what, I think she's always going to be a follower. But I think that
I think
because
you. I think
now
you'll pick me, Shay.
Janelle has Christine, someone that is a little bit more, has some power, and somebody that's going to really direct her, I don't think Janelle will go back.
I disagree, Kevin. I think Janelle will go back in a heartbeat.
Me too.
I think Janelle will go back in a heartbeat. Come on, y'all, and vote with
I don't think she,
76 votes. It's
I don't think she'll
1,500
go back.
people in the chat. Come on, y'all. It's 15. According to this says it's 1,544 views on here. 518 of y'all are concurrent. Okay. So, and it ain't but 82 votes. Come on, y'all. Y'all are neck to neck. Right now, we 49% yes and 50% no. Let's at least get to 100 votes. If Robyn was to leave Kody, would Janelle come back?
My vote is no. Absolutely
Kevin,
not.
did you hit? Did you vote? Because you can vote while you're
Yes.
still on. Okay, Mary. Pam, did you vote?
Oh no, I see with comments. It says join the chat. That's what I would need to do. Is it going to kick? It's not going to kick me out.
We'll kick you out.
It's gonna kick you out.
Oh, see then.
Okay, so we ending the poll at 106. Oh, they really voting now. Hold on. Hold on, they voting now. Look at this. At first, the no's was winning. Now the yeses. Oh my God. So the yeses right now, Pam, is at 51%.
See, that Janelle. She is. She's so
I don't
wishy
think.
washy. You see, she still refused to say she's divorced from Kody.
Yeah.
We're separated. We're separated. She still claimed being married to him.
Oh my God, it's 50-50. Did
I
y'all see
I'm
that?
telling you, yeah. I'm telling you, Janelle ain't going back. Janelle
It
said you
makes
didn't
no
embarrass.
sense.
No, because you didn't. Because I'm sorry. I don't care how much you may like somebody. You can't tell me that Janelle is not sitting up on that piece of couch watching back. Because here's the thing, I'm pretty sure Janelle has access to the unedited stuff that we don't see.
but she
So I
thought,
could only imagine what
keep in
she's seeing.
mind, she the one that was in love with the six pack abs.
I'm still waiting on six pack.
Kevin and Pam, out of 120 votes, it's even 50-50.
Thank you, people. Thank you, people, for understanding my
No,
logic.
yeah, yeah.
Thank
Wait,
you for
50%
understanding
of
my
y'all
logic.
not seeing what I'm seeing.
No, because Janelle, here's the thing, you ain't going back. Because she is the defining factor. If she would
Kevin,
have went back, the defining factor was if Janelle would have left and brought him that medicine, that would have been, then I would have said, yeah, she'll go back. But the fact
No.
that she actually thought about it and was like, now after talking to Christine or Christine telling her whatever, she thought about it, was like, nah, fuck it, I'm not
That
going
was an
back.
angry moment. But
No,
keep in mind, after even the heated explosion that they had, their supposed breakup, keep in mind, even after all of that, she ended up going out to
yeah, but
dinner.
you can
She went out
clearly,
to dinner with him, celebrated her birthday with him.
right, but in that
Janelle was
moment though,
still, that's what I'm saying. So that was a
but in that
moment too when she didn't go take the medicine.
that was a moment in
Janelle,
heat because
but
I have a feeling that Janelle and Kody argue and then they have sex.
yeah, but in the long run, the issue though is she knows right now she can't be in the place that Robyn is in. But if Robyn left Kody and he was alone, I think Janelle would be there in a heartbeat.
I don't
yeah,
think so.
I
I
think she'd
don't
be
think so.
slithering in between them sheets.
No,
Oh,
I think
me
she
too,
may go and
Auntie.
get a little
Because
drive
she
by.
said they ain't never had no problem in that area.
I think
Right.
And
she
you
may go
know
get
she
a
looking
drive
for a
by.
maintenance man.
And she still thinks she in the covenant with him. She's only separated. Oh,
She
with
not
Robyn out
looking
the
for
way?
another man. She not
Right.
looking for another man.
And if Robyn
Mhm.
was out the way, she'd be there in a heartbeat.
Yup, I agree.
Mary's the only one that would come back with Robyn even still there if he gave her a look in her direction.
No, I still don't think
Ho-
she ain't coming back.
Hopefully, her friend Jen
I ain't
would
coming back.
talk some sense
Done it with
into
the
her.
other
No, but Mary coming back. You know what I mean. Anytime a man tells you you have to court him, and then when you, I guess, try to court him, he keep moving your goalposts.
But Mary even stayed. And the fact is, when her friend Jen said what was the first thought most of us had when we heard about his and Robin's covenant was, oh, that means he was shit talking about the current
She
wives.
said the
Correct.
same thing. Didn't she say the same thing I said?
Yeah,
And
she said it.
So when Jen said that, and Mary was like, "Oh, I know you think like
Really?
that," and I'm like, "She never thought about that. How dumb or naive can you be?"
Because for Mary, Mary is the type, because
Mm,
she, like you said, she's still
mm.
waiting for him to say it out of his mouth. She don't care if he put it on the skyscraper. She don't care if he shoot it off the top of the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. She don't care if he write it up in smoke signals. Mary is the type that is waiting for him to literally say it out his mouth. And then I don't even think then, if he doesn't say directly, bitch, I must say, as a side note, I love the fact that Kody said bitch on the show in the thing. He was like, bitch, can you leave? I thought that was funny. Um, I thought that part was funny. But I think Mary, for whatever reason, even if he told, I think if he told her a roundabout way, which he's done, she will never get it. She is too thick in the head. And even if he said out to her directly, I don't want to be with you, she's not going to get, because she's going to always, Kody and Mary are kind of one and the same in their behavior. They always twist stuff to make them look like they don't understand what's going on. So yeah, he could have told her, and he's told her, I don't want to be with you. But whenever it ingests in her brain, there seems to be as if she's skipping words.
She,
Like she
oh yeah,
dyslexic
because
and she's skipping words.
she would be there, and I see some of the people saying about that they didn't think Janelle would go back because of her
No.
relationship with Christine. But keep in mind, Christine even said she think her and Cody could be friends. That they could be friends right now. She said they were good
Well,
friends before they got married, and she could see them going back to being friends.
well, there's nothing wrong with having a little friend boy, a little drive by, get your pipes cleaned out
Well,
every
not
once in a
Christine.
while.
Christine got a new husband,
Oh
but I'm
no.
talking of. But Christine said she could see her and Cody being friends again.
They probably could be friends if
So I'm
Kody would.
saying, if there was Janelle went back to him, and Christine is saying she could see her and Cody being friends.
I think Christine was saying that as a PR moment because
Mm.
your new husband is not gonna let you be I'm sorry, I don't care how many children you share with Cody, because at this point, Cody not checking for none of your children. So there's no need for you all to be friends until he humbles himself and beg for my children's forgiveness, and I mean fully beg, and my children make him go through the hell that they put him through, then we could maybe be friends. But no, I'm not gonna. Why? Ain't no sense in us being friends. Christine has this odd nervousness where she says stuff that doesn't make sense, but then she cleans it up. But then she wants to say, "Oh, I'm sorry." Like, "Oh, it's my wedding." Yeah, I think it's just. I think she is still, and I guess because I'm always erring on the side that they are Mormon, so their mindset has to be a little bit different. But Christine has this nervous, what I take, she does these nervous, spur of the moment answers. And then she realizes what she says and she tries to clean it up by saying, I'm sorry, or a giggle. But just say you know what I mean? She still hasn't come around fully to saying it and be like, oh, okay, I don't care if I offend somebody or not. But she'll still do it. And that just may be things that she's still working out. Because if you've been with somebody 26, 27, 30 years, and all you know is trying to cater and move yourself and conform yourself into whatever image they think of you in that moment, you will never understand what is up from down. Because you've been twisted and bent and twisted and all this other stuff. Because one minute he may want you in a blue dress, and then next week he only wants you to wear pink. You never know what's going to come. So I think Christine is still adjusting to the fact that she has a man who actually lets her do and
And then
be who she
found her
wants to
voice.
be.
But
But
she said
it's a
she
weird,
found her voice.
right? It's
But
a
that's
weird
all the more
dynamic
reason why Robyn is leaving. Then you see, like even in the talk back when Cody and Robyn is sitting there on the couch, and the look back, and she was looking at when she even made the joke about if her and Cody stayed married, and then she did something else, and she made another. Oh, when they were out, and he was talking to Christine, and she was like, "Did I do okay? Was it okay? I don't want you to think I was being disloyal or something in that moment." And
I think
Cody was like, "No, you were okay." And I'm like, she was still, even during the look back, she kept apologizing to Cody for her behavior and things in the look back.
because she knows. Here's the thing: Robyn knows how to play the game. She knows how to play the game. She knows how to play it well. So yeah, I throw you a couple apologies, but Robyn was the main one, and I truly believe she knew that her saying that I think the sister wives will get along better if we've talked about it, and that we'll get along better if you're dead. She said it on multiple episodes, and you see his face just clam up. And what's
Right.
so funny is that he doesn't, his anger is so misdirected because he's so angry with Christine for whatever reason that he would rather say, oh no, it's Christine that's saying that, not Robyn. Christine is the one. And so now if I'm dead, now Christine, you want to be friends with Robyn? No, bitch. It's the other. Robyn is the other one saying
But the
the only
Robyn is
thing.
the one that made the joke.
Right. The only thing that the ladies are saying is that when you are out of the picture, when you're not around, there is somewhat of a breather or a breath
There's
of
some
fresh air,
harmony.
because we go back to when the women said, when Kody is around, he always wanted us to do certain things and be certain. So if you're around somebody in that moment, you're on eggshells watching what you're going to do. So it's going to appear that the women don't get along because your main person that you're trying to please is there. So you're going to act a certain way, right?
Oh
But
yeah,
when
I
they're not
mean, if
there,
that's
when
not
he's not there, they for the most part got along well. I don't have to really like you. I can be cordial with you because we're doing fun. I mean, who doesn't like, touring around a city on those little boogie boards? That's a fun thing to do. We're not sitting there hashing out
Yeah.
issues. We're not sitting there talking about finances and who's getting what. We are having ice cream. We are enjoying stuff that we've never been able to enjoy or would have ever enjoyed had the show come out. And I hated the fact that Robyn put it when they were having the pizza, and she goes, "Well, let's just put the elephant in the room. That are you saying that the problem is because I came in? No, bitch. The problem came because they decided to go public on a national television show. So if you were there or not, and they still would have went with just the three women, they still would have moved to Vegas because the show would have been out.
I
But
don't
then
think so. I don't think so, Kevin, because I thought that they really moved to Vegas for something that Robyn wanted.
no, they moved to
I thought that was
Arizona.
Flagstaff. Yeah, they moved to
No,
Arizona for
Arizona,
Robyn.
because that what happened
Because
was that I think the
Solomon, not
first,
Solomon. What's the one?
the one with
David.
the eye, the one with
Yeah,
the dirty eye.
David. What's the oldest one name? Yeah,
Yeah, he allegedly
Dayton. David
yeah,
Preston.
he been
He,
tearing shit up at Arizona State, so they had to come there and watch him. That's why he at home allegedly. Um, but no, because when the show first came out, because one thing about polygamists in general, whether you want to go LDS or FLDS, they are very secretive, they're very quiet. They only talk to their kind. And if they have to talk to an outsider, they're very closed off, and you know it. The show came out, I think Christine or Kody or whoever presented the show, I think what they were trying to do was put out a show about how you can have multiple wives and it not look dirty, right? Because when you think about all these men having all of these wives and young girls, because what we see in the press is that these men have bartered off their daughters to these 70-year-old men because the prophet said or whatever. So I think originally the concept was for them to kind of counter that, to say not all of us are like that. But
Mm-hmm.
when the show came out and it hit nationally and it was a big hit, now the state of Utah has egg on their face, because normally they know that polygamy exists. It's kind of like don't ask, don't tell. As long as we
right.
don't have to be around it or acknowledge it, y'all can do what y'all want to. But because they raised the bar on something that is on a national level illegal, Kody should be in jail. Illegal, you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
Technically.
but he didn't legally marry more than
But
that's
he
what's
didn't,
illegal.
right. And
It
so because they brought the attention of them, because if they would have, if Robyn was never in the picture at all, if it just would have been the three of them, they still would have left and went to Vegas. But once again, Robyn, like she said, she wants to put herself in the middle of unnecessary drama that's not there. Because if we would not have went on this national television show, Robyn, you would have had a corner of the house as well, and we all still would have been living up in Utah miserable.
well, not
It wasn't,
necessarily because Cody actually developed different feelings for Robyn, so it still would have been a different relationship, even not on TV.
yeah.
Because the relationship he has with Robyn, it was different from the beginning.
But I don't think they would have moved.
Maybe not
If,
moved, but
oh, and
him and
the other
yeah.
piece I liked is it was early in that episode where Janelle called him out and she said, "No, I'm not worried about the dynamic. I'm worried about your dynamic." And he said, "Oh, no, not me. I'll never have a change of dynamic. Bitch, we saw your change of dynamic from the beginning.
And everybody in this season 18, one by one, all of the original OG3, what they said is they don't recognize the Kody of today, that he's not the same man that they all married.
Correct.
All of them, one by one, have said that at one time or another, that how different Kody is.
Robyn was on her trick bag. Robyn thought she had landed a golden goose because they was getting ready to do this TV show, and she
Oh,
thought
she
that it
did.
could. Yeah,
But she
Robyn thought she
did.
landed a golden
Yeah, she
goose.
Look,
did though.
she did though. Look at all the acres of
Yeah,
land and
yeah,
the
that's true.
house and her debt paid off and things she's acquired. And Robin's a smart woman. If Mark, because Robin, when she divorced from her ex and she was in a lot of debt and she had nothing, like somebody even said in the chat, her cousin had to give her gas money to even come see Kody when she was pursuing him. You better believe Robin got gas money today.
Yeah,
Besides all the stuff that she got, Robin will put some stuff aside.
that should be.
She's a smart woman. When she go to grocery store and she got $100 for groceries, she only spending 70. You better
Right.
believe she got 30.
Yeah,
She
she
is
putting off
going
to
in a
the side.
coffers somewhere.
Now that's a good poll. Do we want to hear from Robyn's first husband? Can somebody in Twitter or wherever find Robyn's first husband and get an interview with him?
So many bloggers have tried and other stuff.
Right.
He
He's not
won't.
doing it.
He
And I
won't.
understand right now he got cancer.
Yeah, he got key fighting cancer, but I understand that he won't speak up for whatever reason. But some of his family members are.
Yeah, he probably got a gag order.
But some of the family members are saying how Robin was and how she was that same manipulative,
Yeah.
money hungry, wanting fame person that she is now. Some of his family members are speaking up against
Because I
Robin.
can't imagine a man who went all this time, right? And it's sad that you have cancer, but I can't imagine that you want to go on your deathbed knowing that the perception of you was that you was a deadbeat SOB.
Cancer doesn't have to be a death sentence. Hey, there's a lot of survivors, so I don't know if it's his deathbed. But
I don't know. If I was him, I'd break the NDA and say sue me, because there is no way I would go this many years of people thinking that he was this without him saying something, like something.
I'm gonna take the poll up to 100 votes, y'all. 100 people. Will Robyn
what's the
Kody?
will she leave Kobe?
I don't think she will.
Oh,
Y'all
I
say
think.
she will. I don't think she will. I
Oh,
don't
I
think she
think.
will. I think there's too much um that
Um,
she's tried to keep secret.
right. The show is going to end even if they're saying it's guaranteed to season 19, which I don't even know what the content where it's going to go. But after that, I can't see. Think about it that the show has ended. Robin's the only wife. Knowing Cody's, no, just knowing who Kody is. They ain't got to say nothing but just who Kody is. I can't see Robin choosing to stay in that life with him.
I could, if they want to do some sort of sister wives 90-day fiance type thing, right? Because what we see now on 90-day fiance is, in my opinion, it's a bunch of actors. So if they could get a couple people roused up to pretend like Cody's already told them that he, you know what I mean, that find a gullible person that would go on camera to say, oh yeah, I don't have a problem with him not really loving me, as much as he loves Robyn. I understand my place. I could see them pulling another one or two seasons, or
They don't
season
want to that.
19. Season 19 would be Kody and Robyn go at it alone, and we really see the trials and made up tribulations that they go through. And Robyn may be pretending that she's going to separate from him for a while. And then, I just think they're going to make up storylines at
They
this
would
point.
have to, but keep in mind, lately, in these few years, there's been no storyline between Kody and Robyn. All the storyline has been with Kody and Christine, Kody and Mary, Kody and Janelle. There's been no filming inside their home. And anytime Kody and Robyn is on the screen together, it's with Mary or with Janelle, with some of the other wives, or with the kids when McKelty came over and Tony. It's never anything with Kody and Robyn's interactions with each other. So what happens now? Christine is with David. Janelle is gone with no interaction. Mary's off with Jen and in her own world. Kody and Robyn would have to show some of their lifestyle and the way they've acted right now with these look backs and talk backs. I can't see them open it up and being on camera because Robyn would be holding her mouth, her hand over Cody's mouth the whole time because she wouldn't let him speak because he might say something that she wouldn't want to get out there. They're so afraid to really film their interactions. And keep in mind, they're getting paid to do a show, a
Yeah.
highly rated show, and both of them ripped off their mic, or both of them refused to answer questions or talk. They have been doing that to Suki. Now they're doing these specials, and they both steal. I
Well,
mean,
because you can't, here's the thing, you can't justify your behavior, right? So the only thing you can do is pretend to storm off and not come back.
but as I say, double down with more bad
Right.
behavior. But
You
who do you
can't
think?
you
But
can't
who gonna
justify
keep
your
paying
behavior.
them for that? Who gonna keep paying them for that?
As long as
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 long as
long
we
as
keep
we do stuff
watching it.
like this and we keep watching, they gonna keep paying their asses.
Yeah. As
But
long
I'm
as we keep
saying, but if
watching.
if you refuse to answer any questions, this I'm saying to get another season out of that. If they're not willing to open up their lives,
I think if the road really hits the fan, right? Because I'm sure now they're either filming or negotiating something.
Yeah.
I could better believe that because Kody even claims he likes to pretend, he likes to say it, right? I could believe that now they would give it a try of maybe not filming in the house, but they would film with them maybe out and about or at a rental, not at necessarily at their house, but they would probably film at a rental house.
And I think we would really tune in if they would start paying them damn kids.
Right.
see, I think they're saying season 19 is already filmed, and then, of course they filmed McKelty giving birth to the twins. They're gonna be 2 years old by the time we see them being
Right.
born on TV because they're already over a year old. So I know they're supposed to be showing McKelty's giving birth to the twins. We seen now Christine's engagement and all the whole bit called her wedding special, which I don't agree with. Why is Robyn and Kody on her wedding special? But okay.
Well, there's
So
I
it's
guess
Mary.
because they didn't get an
They ain't
invitation.
get an invitation.
They didn't get an invitation, so
Yeah, but
you
why did they
see
let them be on the
Because they
wedding
want something
special?
shady. Because
bec-
we need the shade. We want that drama. Come on, Pam. We want that.
right, right, because you wanted
We
to
want
see
that.
because you wanted to see like if they really was going to do a
Yeah.
dramatic special, what they should have done was film Kody and Robyn just showing up to the wedding and being turned away at the door, right? Or Kody and Robyn showing up, or one of them showing up, or trying to manipulate a way to get you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
how they do on Married to Medicine, like when Heavenly and Damon showed up to Sweet Tea and they got turned away at the door. Like
Uh,
that was what
uh,
they were waiting for. But they did a sarcastic, oh, we're so upset that she's getting married. No, bitch, you're upset that she probably got more camera time than you. Because see, you thought that you was gonna be Queen Bee. And had you played it right, because even if you didn't want to, Robyn, you could have played this card a whole different way.
well,
You could have
rumor
said,
has it she's getting one. That's the rumor because Robyn and Kody went up in the mountains, Gatlinburg, Smoky Mountains, and their film crew was with them, and it's believed they renewed their vows.
I could
Now that
believe
all
that.
the other wives are gone,
I
that's
could
been
believe
the
that.
rumor that they renewed their vows up in Gatlinburg and the Smoky Mountains. So that means they gonna show their wedding.
Right. I could believe that.
Okay.
I mean, if it's there, we'll see it. Well, we'll look at it.
But that's what I'm
Give some
like. I'm
commentary.
like, who cares if Robyn and Kody renew their vows? That just don't interest me.
Well,
But
because you're going to with if they're going to play it, you're going to try to play it up. The leading up to the vow ceremony is Kody dynamic with the children to try to get the children in the wedding, right? Or him going to old girl's house in Nashville or North Carolina to try to drum up something and create some kind of you know what I mean? Like something for the camera that looks like he's maybe making an attempt or, like film something. Because I agree, we don't want to see them get married. Because quite frankly, I don't even really want to see Christine get married unless we really having a dramatic moment. Because I don't want to see her chug a Red Bull. I don't want to see all of them out on a boat. I don't want to see her mother saying, I'm so glad she found somebody. I don't want to see 90, 11, 100 kids, because there
I
was,
want to see it. I
for
want to see
what?
the love story. It's a love story. I want to see the love.
Kevin.
I want to see the love story. And I see, and Christine on her interviews lately, she been saying she can't believe she did that. That she gave David a lap dance at the reception. I want to see.
I want to see it too.
I want to see.
I want to see it.
To see them just
Well,
happy and in love because knowing where she's come from and being with Kody since she was basically a teenager. So it's
And
like,
I'm not doing
and
for
anything
some
Sunday.
women,
It's
they
supposed to
need
snow.
that though. For some women, they need that encouragement.
yeah,
You don't
so
know.
I want to see the love story.
Yeah, I want to too.
I'm gonna watch both love stories.
Yeah.
Thursday night, I'm watching the Golden Bachelor love story, and Sunday I'm watching Christine.
What do you mean the Golden Bachelor?
They're getting married, Teresa and Gary, on Thursday, January 4th.
So
This
anyway, I want to thank you all so much for coming up.
Yeah.
you know.
I am not looking at that because Rachel, the first black bachelorette
Oh,
husband, just
yeah.
filed for divorce
He sure
yesterday.
did. He sure
Did
did.
he?
Yeah.
He sure did.
And that thing shocked and surprised me. I was like, God damn.
That didn't shock me.
Oh, why did you got to do the Golden Bachelorette wedding? You got to watch it and we talk about it.
Yeah, that does.
Take a
Like
poll
her.
right now. People down there, they want to see
Yeah.
I am
the
not
Golden.
taking no more damn pose.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
because them getting
put
divorced, I
it
wasn't
down there in the
shocked.
chat. Wait, how they say? Put a one in the chat. You want Auntie to
I
review?
know I'll put it on the community post. We'll
Right.
do a photo on the community post and whatnot because I'm gonna have to end this because they got me doing this dumbass say the single life. So I'm already late on that, and I gotta do that
Oh.
dumbass thing that they had me look at. I said, if this ain't the dumbest show that
Oh,
these folks got
I,
me out here
I
looking.
got from the airport last night when it was on, so I watched bit. I didn't see all the end of it, but I watched some of it. So okay, I'm ready to talk
Oh.
about it.
Yeah, I'm
So
ready to talk
Pam and
about it.
Kevin, tomorrow,
Yeah.
what time do y'all want to be? What time Eastern Standard Time do y'all want to go live tomorrow to talk about? Let's talk about it, part 2.
For me, anytime after 9:30, because I
Okay.
And
I
that,
go to the gym. I go to the
and
gym
that's
from
what I
5 to
said. I
7.
always say 10. I'm back home from Bible study
Yeah,
by
but you
9.
Yeah.
don't be falling asleep though.
I know, but I'm back home. I get home from Bible study at like 9 my time, so that's 10 for you.
Yeah.
So if you do it around 10, I'm good.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that'll be enough time for me to go work out.
All right. Let me write that down right now because I'm gonna write
Go
it
to
down
eat.
so I can put it in concrete.
Okay, 10 p.m.
10
Yeah.
p.m. my time.
Yes. You
10.
and Kevin both on Eastern, 10.
Correct.
Well, I thank you all so much for coming up. I'm going to schedule it tomorrow for 10 p.m. And then remember, our rewatches is coming back.
Oh, I look forward to it.
Our rewatch is coming back.
All right.
Don't forget about the rewatch.
I won't.
No, we gonna be here. I see it in the chat they talking about Gary a liar. We ain't talking about that. We talking about the wedding.
See, you started it. Unfortunately, y'all, I pushed the button and I have no more access to my super chat for this particular live. I always like to go back and reread them, and it says star. It says you can star important comments so you remember to discuss them during the show. Well, I starred them and the bitches is gone. So I'm gonna have to put in a ticket for that. So I want to thank everybody who super chatted me. I'm so glad that I said something about just scrapping Catherine Green being
She the sponsor.
the sponsor of today's show. Kevin and Pam, thank y'all so much for coming up. I gotta hop off of here and do this dumbass review.
Yeah.
Are we,
90 Day
we getting ready to join you on
Yeah,
that?
we're gonna join
I'm
that.
interested. So we'll see you over there.
All right.
Okay.
You
All
take
right.
care.
I
Okay.
love y'all.
Love you
Love you
too.
too. Bye.
Bye. So I want to thank everybody who sent up a super chat. I am so sorry, y'all. It said you could start, and I started, and they gone. And I really always love to recap everything and to thank everybody, especially those that I did not get an opportunity to talk about. I love you all so much, y'all. Until we meet again, y'all be safe out there in those streets. Don't forget on the replay game to give us your comments. The polls are closed, but we will put another poll up that Miss Pam told us to put out there if y'all want me to cover the damn bachelorette. Oh, I mean the golden bachelor's wedding. Bitch, I wasn't planning on looking at that. But anyway. I love you all so much. Give me about 10 minutes and we'll be back out to talk about 90 Day Fiance, The Single Life, Season 4, Episode 1. Love y'all.